All right, let's dive into Lily's training so that way we can stay consistent at home. With the behaviors that we want to keep seeing, we want to make sure we reinforce and reward those behaviors with either praise, petting, or treats. And then with the behaviors that we don't want to see, such as not listening to our commands, we want to make sure we follow through with our training equipment. So let's dive into Lily's training equipment. This is Lily's prong collar. She's going to wear this whenever she is on a leash. How we take this on and off is you're just going to secure one of the links and push through like so. To put it back together, we're just going to pinch and put through the other holes of the link. So whenever she has this on, the leash is going to attach to the D-ring that swivels. And how we use this, say she's in the heel command. Heel just means walk next to me on a nice loose leash. Say she's not really where we want her. She's starting to pull ahead or she's going off to the side. We're going to say no, verbally marking that incorrect behavior we don't want to see. A pop, heel. No, pop, heel. So it's not a pull and hold. It's more of a pop and release motion. Now let's go over her remote collar. How we turn this on and off. There's a red dot on the collar and a red dot on the remote. Touch these together. Green light flashing means it's on, charged, and ready to go. To turn on the remote, on and off button on the back. Push and hold until the screen lights up. You're going to see a little 15 pop up on the screen. This is Lily's level. Then right now we're going to focus on the black S button. I will go over the other features of the remote at the end of the video. So say she's in that heel position and she's not really where we want her. We're going to say no to mark the incorrect behavior we don't want to see. Black S button, heel. No, button, heel. And then, of course, when she gets back into the position and she's where we want her, we can give her that verbal praise, petting, or treats to let her know that she's doing a good job. So with the remote, we want to put this on first thing in the morning, and then it's going to be the last thing that we take off at night. So this way we always have that form of communication with Lily. With the prong, it's going to be on when she has a leash on. So at the beginning, she's probably going to have a leash on in the house. So that way we have a way to guide her and kind of set the boundaries with her. And then we'll fade away from having the leash on in the house and she'll just have the remote. So now that we've kind of gone over the heel position, about 80 to 90% of your walk should be in the heel command. The other 10 to 20%, you can give her the release word free. Free just means she's not in any set command and she can kind of go sniff and wander on her own. So we're going to follow her and she's not going to follow us. So let's move on to sit. Sit means stay as implied until she's given that release word free. So this is really good for those door manners. So she doesn't think that she can just bolt through the door. So whenever we approach a door, whether it's on the inside or the outside, we're going to have Lily sit. Then we're going to open the door. As we're opening the door, remind her sit. It's a big distraction to open the door, so we just want to make sure that she knows what she's supposed to be doing when we open the door. Then we have the option to free her through the door, or we can heel through the door with her. It just depends on the situation. So if she stays in that sit and she does a great job, perfect. If not, we're going to follow through with our training equipment until she gets it right, because we want to set the same boundaries that we have here for her at the house, so that way she doesn't think that she can get away with more at the house. Let's move on to down. Down means stay as implied as well. With down, we want to make sure that we don't release her from a distance, because then she's getting released or rewarded for coming to us and not staying in that down stay. So with the down, we're going to do our little distraction. We're going to go back to her and reward her and then free her from where she's at so she doesn't get rewarded for coming up or getting up and coming to us. With the down, we're going to make sure we reward low to the ground too, as low as possible, so that she knows the positive zone is low to the ground. Now let's move on to place. Place is a stay command, ideally on an elevated bed so that the boundaries are very distinct for her, but it can be on a regular bed as well. With this, we're going to reward on the bed so that she knows the positive zone is the bed and that is the command. So she thinks that the bed is producing the treats. With place, we're also not going to release from a distance, because then she's getting rewarded for coming to us and not staying on that place. This command's really good for whenever you have people come over. So this way she doesn't get to greet the company at the door. She has her own little place to kind of hang out and get her mind a little bit calmer before she gets to see the guests and she's not jumping all over them. Whenever you first practice this, I suggest having a leash on in the house, just so that if she does give up, we have a way to guide her back to the bed. Then we have come when called. With come when called, likely she's going to be distracted whenever we need her to come to us. So how we practice this is we're going to give her that release word free, let her get distracted, do her own thing, then we're going to call her to us. As she's coming to us, we're going to praise her until she gets to us, and then we have her sit and give her the reward. If she does it, great. If not, we're going to say no, follow through with the training equipment. So no, button, come. And then still, as she's coming to us, we're going to give her that praise. And when she gets to us, we're not going to correct her again. We want her to know that coming to us is always going to be a positive. So she's still going to get rewarded even though she didn't listen out there. We are still the positive zone. When you first try this, I suggest having a 30 to 50-foot leash, so that way if she decides to be extra distracted and she's not listening, we have a way to reel her back in like a fish. Then we have leave it. Leave it just means don't grab that. Whenever you're first practicing this, start with dog safe foods. So you're going to drop it on the ground, say leave it. If she does, great. If not, we're going to follow through with our training equipment. At the beginning, I suggest having a leash on her when you're practicing this, so this way you have a way to guide her into a different scenario if needed, if she doesn't listen. So that is all of Lily's commands. So we're going to make sure we reinforce and reward the behaviors that we want to keep seeing. And then those behaviors that we don't want to see, like jumping up or little nibbles on us, we're going to follow through with the training equipment. So as always, have fun and stay consistent. Down. Good. Down. Good. Down. Good. Down. Good. Down. Hey, free. Good. Girl. All right, let's go over the other features of the remote so that way. All right, let's go over the other features of the remote. Now that you know how to turn it on, let's go over how to turn it off. Red dots again. This is going to turn off the collar. On and off button on the back. We're going to push and hold until the screen goes blank. Then to turn it back on, we're just going to push and hold again. We've already gone over the black S button. That is going to be the number on the screen, level 15. So let's go over the red S button. The red S button is a boost feature. So if at 15, we hit the red S, it's going to jump it to 30. This is going to be used for emergency cases whenever she's doing something dangerous that is going to cause her harm. Say like she's going to run out into the street or she's chasing a car. this boost feature is going to match her adrenaline. So normally she's about here, which is about level 15. Whenever she's in that high adrenaline state of mind, level 15 just isn't gonna, she's not gonna be able to feel it. She's not gonna be able to respond to it. So we have this boost feature. So whenever she's in that adrenaline state of mind, we have a way to match with her and communicate with her when she's in that high adrenaline state of mind. So on the other side, there is a T button. This is just a vibrate feature. We use this mostly to make sure that the collar is on and working so that we don't put a collar on that is not functioning. You can also use this whenever she gets further in her training and she does understand the boundaries a little bit better, just as a little like warning, like she's not fully needing the stimulation, but she still needs a little something to, hey, knock it off. Then on the back, we have an M/C button. Right now you'll see an M on the screen. We have it set to momentary. This means that no matter how long you hold this button, it is only going to be a momentary stim. We had it on continuous at the beginning of her training. Whenever she first started out, we started at a very low number to introduce the collar to her, and then we progressed from there, and she should stay on momentary through the rest of her training. Then on the back, on the on and off button, if you click this instead of holding it, it's going to have a flashlight feature on the collar. So if you press it once, it's going to be a flashing light. Press it twice, steady light. Press it the third time. That turns it off completely. Then say level 15 isn't working for Lily. Say she's not responding to it or she's having too much of a response to it. We can change this. So we're just going to hold down on the dial until the 1D at the top of the screen is flashing. This means that we can rotate it to whatever number we want. Level 15 is working for Lily, so I'm just going to put it back on 15. How we lock it, you just push and hold the dial again until the 1D stops flashing. This means the number is locked so that you can't accidentally rotate it and change it while it's in your pocket. Both of these are rechargeable. There's a chargeable port on the back of the remote and right here in between the prongs of the collar. It lasts for about 2 days on a charge if you're using it for about 12 to 14 hours. So every other day should be good to charge it at night when you take it off of Lily. It does have a dual system, so you can charge them both at the same time. It also comes with extra prongs. I know she's a puppy and she may grow into some thicker hair. If she needs the longer prong, because right now they're short prongs, if it's not making good contact, you can switch it over to the long prongs if she needs it. Then underneath everything, there is a manual if you have any questions about any of the other features of the remote. The collar is waterproof, so if she does happen to get wet, it's not a big deal. Just try to rotate the collar around so it doesn't irritate one part of her neck more than the other. There also is a 2-year warranty. If you have any problems, you can contact the company, which is on the back. If you just contact them, they should be able to get in touch with you and figure out what the issue is. And if you need a new one, they'll be able to send you a new one. So that is everything about the collar. So have fun and stay consistent.